Burgers are some of my favorite things to cook because you can do so many things with them. Like this. First thing I got to do to get this stuffed garlic fire hamburger going is I got to make the garlic fire. That is jalapeno and garlic cloves. We're going to roast this over the coals to soften that up. We're going to mash it up. That's going to become our filling. It's going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on this. We're going to double wrap it. Create something that looks like a little Hershey's Kiss. Our coals are still coming up to temp in order to cook this burger on here. Perfect time to put this on. Let it start roasting. We'll give that about 15 minutes for that jalapeno and those garlic cloves to start roasting. We'll check it at that point, but right now, let's go in and start getting our burger ready to stuff. So what I've got here is some standard 80-20 ground beef. I'm gonna be using this to form the two halves of the patty, which we're gonna stuff. We're gonna actually create two patties, thinner ones, which are gonna be like this. We're gonna put the stuffing in the middle, put this one on top, compress the edges to seal it, so it's one stuffed burger. To make these halves, I'm gonna use my hamburger press. Just gonna work it in there by hand first before I press it. You can see how that's a thin patty. So let's make another one of those. Give it a little help, peels away easily. So there we have the two halves of what's going to become one stuffed burger patty. Let's go check on that garlic and jalapeno. Okay, let's see how we're doing. I'm gonna pull these over to the side here. Gonna open this up, take a look. I'm gonna check the garlic by pressing down on it with a spoon to see how soft it is. Yes, that's just the consistency we want it. This is ready. Let's get it inside. So here we have our garlic and jalapeno, which is going to be sort of mushed up, chopped up to become our stuffing for this. What did I call it? To become the filling for our stuffed garlic fire burger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it out here on this little chopping board, and I'm just going to start smushing it with the knife and the spoon. Just want to get a good little mix of stuff here. Then we're going to chop the jalapeno. Remember, if you touch this with bare hands, don't scratch your eyes or anywhere else. Do you see these mad chef knife skills? Not. I actually had someone ask me once, "Are you a chef? Do you cook professionally?" No. Watch my knife skills. They don't exist. I'm just a dude who likes to cook. That's looking pretty good to me. All right, I'm gonna set this to the side, get the burger patty out. So we're gonna start with the sort of the thicker patty that we made. Just gonna create a small little indentation in the center. We're not pressing way down. Just sort of a guide for us where this stuffing is going to go. And all the stuffing may not fit in here. So make more than one burger. So I'm just going to take a spoonful, put it in there, spread it around. You know, get as much in there as you think will fit. Try not to overload it. If you do, some may sort of squirt out on the sides. It's not the end of the world. And that's about enough. I don't want to overload it. So now I'm going to take the top part of our patty, put it on there, and gently begin working these edges down. Gently. This is a pretty stuffed burger. I mean, you can actually stuff a burger a lot more than this, but for this amount of meat, this size, it's a pretty stuffed burger. A friend of mine, Russell, has a channel called Raspberry Rock Off-Grid Cabin, and he did a burger after seeing my cooking on a charcoal chimney video. And I actually decided to make this burger after watching his video because his burger looked so good. They're not similar in any way, but he had all sorts of good stuff in his burger. He had ground beef, he had pork, and all sorts of things. And I just started thinking, man, I want to make a burger, but what do I want to put in it, like Russell did? And this is what I wanted to put in it. So I'm going to roll this over real quick just to work this bottom side. Just want to make sure these edges are connected. We'll have to be a little careful while we're grilling this so it doesn't come completely flying apart, but it should be okay. I'm not pressing hard here, I'm just sort of working the edges of the meat together. So while I have it there, I'm now going to season it. Simple seasonings on the outside, some cracked black pepper, and some hickory smoked salt. I did a video on making hickory smoked salt a few weeks ago. Came out really good. Get a nice coating of pepper there. A little shake of this hickory salt. I'm going to turn my burger over. Season the other side. There's our stuffed and seasoned burger patty. Let's get it out to the grill where we can first toast the bun, then grill the burger. Just want to get a little toasting on my bun. Won't take long. Let's check and see how we're doing here. That's looking pretty good. Maybe one more minute. See how we're doing. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Perfect. Let me just knock down any of those bread bits that are on there from toasting. Let's get our burger on. I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to let it cook slowly if I need to. Want to get a good grill on the bottom of this before I turn it. Got to try and give it some structural integrity. I'm going to put the lid on for a couple minutes. Let it cook. Okay, let's check and see how we're doing. Pretty good. I'm going to give it just a minute more before I turn it. All right, we're going to give this a careful turn. Ooh, looking good. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on for a minute. Let it cook. Okay, let's see how we're doing. We still have structural integrity. The two halves haven't come apart yet. It's always a risk when you're making a stuffed burger this way. At least for me, I'm not an expert on stuffed burgers. It does look good and it sure smells good. Also, when you're doing things like this, doneness is a little bit of a mystery, especially if you do it this way with like two halves. Just want to check the underside here, see how we're doing. That's looking good. I'm going to flip it one more time. You can see we got a little bit of an opening right in there. You can see some of the stuffing, so we're losing some structural integrity, but I think it's still going to taste pretty good. This is that thicker part of the patty, so that's why I turned it over to give that a little more time. Put the lid on and let this cook for a few more minutes, and then I think we'll be done. All right, I think we're ready here. I'm going to get this off, get it inside, dress it with some dill pickles, and give it a taste. So there is our stuffed garlic fire burger. It looks amazing, and I'm going to do something dangerous. I'm actually going to cut it in half so we can see inside. Could have an explosion here, I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, it looks really good. All right, nothing to do but taste it. I'm pretty sure this is going to be some sort of flavor explosion. All right, here we go. Wow. That that roasted jalapeno and garlic are killer in this. Oh man. Perfect amount of heat. Not overpowering. I mean, if you really want it hot, you could add different kinds of peppers. Habaneros, Carolina Reapers, for those of you who want to die. You know, it's really fun to make these videos, but this is the best part. Remember, in a stuffed burger, what goes in the middle is what you want to go in the middle. If you want cheese, anything like that, put it in there. This is just what I wanted to try this time. Roasting that garlic releases a lot of the flavor, but it also mellows it just slightly. Gives it a little bit more of the sweetness with the heat. Garlic has heat to it. Not burning fiery heat like jalapenos, but there is heat to garlic when you bite into garlic. Roasting it mellows that somewhat. I feel like when my videos are winding down, it's just me taking bites and going, sorry, it's good. This is a really nice way to stuff a burger if you can manage those two halves. I know some people just kind of dig a hole in the middle, fill it, put hamburger on top, seal it up. That works. I just wanted to try it this way too. I have eaten the entire burger at the end of this video. It is seriously that good. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out some of the other videos on my channel and consider subscribing. And if you do, click that bell for notifications. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great day. Go make some hamburgers. I'll see you again soon.